Okay, so we're going to talk about how Seller Shield works. Basically, it's a system that allows your seller to get invited into the disclosure for the seller's disclosure. And then they go through and they fill it out completely. And if they check yes for things, it'll prompt them to attach things and help making sure that they're getting a really, really completed seller's disclosure. This is really important because it allows you to have a complete seller's disclosure instead of having one that's incomplete where a buyer could possibly come back and say, hey, this wasn't disclosed, or they could say, I haven't received a completed seller's disclosure. They received an incomplete one because maybe your seller forgot to check some boxes when they were handwriting on the form. So this is really super easy and very user-friendly for the sellers to hop in and use this for their account. So basically the cool thing is it's free. They do have some ability by a transaction to buy additional services. So you can pay for a year of legal protection and things like that. But that's totally optional. You don't have to do that. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and start to create a login. So you just click here on the agents thing and then click sign up here for free.
And does somebody pay for this? Does somebody pay for this?
No, it's actually covered by the Texas Realtors.
Oh.
So, okay. So what is your license number again?
0603836.
Okay. That's a good question. All right. So it went ahead and found your email address. I'm going to use that password that we were doing earlier. Because I don't want to do that on the recording. So hang on one second. Okay, so I'm going to set that up. All right, so then it says meet the shields. They help your client be smarter about this. Then you've got tools. Okay, you protected sellers. And then that is it for as far as setting up the account, because it goes out to the Texas Realtor Association, finds that you're a member, and sets up your account. So now all you have to do is click on this button right here, and it says invite a new seller.
Okay.
And then you just put in the property address, the seller's information, and hit continue, and then it creates an invitation to them, sends them an email, and then they pop in and fill out all the forms for the seller's disclosure. So this is the best way to get a completed seller's disclosure, and it's free.
Okay.
So great tool. I highly recommend using it.
Okay.
Okay. One more piece to the Seller Shield thing is you can actually import it from your zip form. So if you have a zip forms transaction already open, I'm just going to use my credentials. Well, actually, I don't want to do it because I don't want to connect it to your account. So let me go get your zip forms credentials here 1 second. I don't want your Seller Shield connected to my Seller Shield.
Yeah.
So hit continue. Not now. Hit continue. Okay, so now it's connected your zip forms account to your Seller Shield account. The cool thing is, like, if you have transactions in here that you've already started in zip forms, you can just go grab one of these and hit continue, and it'll bring in the party, like the seller or something that.
So it's not that one.
On that party document. Invite them to the transaction. And then the cool thing is you can even tell it to route that document back to the buyer. I mean, you can even tell it to route that transaction, the seller's disclosure, back to the zip forms transaction after it gets filled out. So it's like a series of questions that it asks you while you're setting it up to send it out.
So it's gonna eliminate a lot of like scanning, emailing, yada yada.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. And they get something legible on the other side that you can put up into Transaction Desk with the MLS listing.
Okay.
So very cool.
Okay.